Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now in today's video, we're going to do a comparison review, call quality and audio tests back to back for the Klipsch T5II with Bragi AI and compare them to the Sony WF1000XM4s. Let's check out the audio quality and also the call quality of each. Now next we're going to do a call quality test of the Klipsch T5II wireless earbuds. And as you look at our decibel readings, things are pretty quiet here. Around 25 decibels in noise. It's going to switch. Now this is what the call quality would sound like when making a phone call on the Klipsch T5II's true wireless earbuds. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, we're going to add wind to the environment. Now this is what the Klipsch T5II sound like with wind in the environment. This is our test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now we're going to do a call quality test of the Sony WF1000XM4s in a quiet environment. As we take a look at our decibel readings, anywhere between 28 and 29 decibels in noise. It's going to switch. Now, this is what the call quality would sound like making a phone call on the Sony WF1000XM4s in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, let's add some wind to the environment. Now, this is what the Sony WF1000XM4s sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now we're in a much noisier environment, and you can see here anywhere between 36 and 80 decibels in noise. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to the T5IIs, stay quiet to see how much is canceled, and then we'll continue with the audio test. Let's go and switch. Now this is what the Klipsch True Wireless Earbuds T5II sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now this is what the Klipsch T5IIs would sound like with an infant crying in the background. This is what they would sound like with an infant crying in the background. Now if you happen to have dogs, this is what they would sound like if you had dogs barking in the background. Now if you're wondering what the T5IIs would sound like if there's a doorbell ringing, this is what they would sound like with the doorbell ringing. Now we're testing out the Sony WF1000XM4s, but this time in a noisy environment. As we can see here by decibel readings, anywhere between 40 and 80 decibels in noise. We're going to switch to the Sony WF1000XM4s. We're going to stay quiet to see how much gets canceled, and then we'll continue with the audio test. Let's go ahead and switch. Now this is what the Sony WF1000XM4 sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now we're testing out the Sony WF1000XM4s if an infant were crying in the background. This is what they would sound like if an infant was crying in the background. Now this is what the Sony WF1000XM4s would sound like with a dog barking in the background. This is what they would sound like with a dog barking in the background. Now if the doorbell was ringing, this is what the Sony WF1000XM4s would sound like with a doorbell ringing.
I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love. Look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking.
So guys, that wraps up our audio and call quality comparison between the Klipsch T5II with Bragi AI compared to the Sony WF1000XM4s. See you in the next one.